Hi, welcome to the shop, and this is not going to be a long video today. I started working on the 1941 Plymouth Coupe. That's part of the build that is part of my America Go to War series. I was working on the 41 pickup, and I had started my camera's at a weird angle today, so sorry. I had started cutting out the cowl. Got to find my pointer again. I started cutting out the cowl, and the tool I was using to do that broke on me. So I ordered another one. It should be here tomorrow, which would be Saturday the 12th of November. And it's almost out. I don't know if you can see on the bottom side here, but on the bottom side you can see I have the blocks in for the new location of the firewall stop. And then also you could see I was starting to get through that cowl area. So I'll continue on this when I get the tool in. I also then had started to take the engine parts, because I'm using the standard engine, not the custom one. And I started taking all that engine parts off the sprues, it needs quite a bit of cleanup. One thing that I thought was really kind of neat on this particular build, or this particular engine, and again, because I'm coming back into the hobby, it's new to me, but maybe it's not to you guys. Let me put these two engine halves together. Was that it actually has the rocker arms shown. Sorry. It actually has the rocker arms molded in. And when I saw that, I'm thinking that is really cool. I might try to do this such that I can take the valve cover off and highlight these rocker arms. So I kind of put this on hold also for that reason, because I want to think about that a little bit. So I have all those parts in this little Ziploc bag as to not get lost, because there's a lot of small parts to that engine. So we'll just zip that up and get the air out of it. Okay, there. So I started on the 41 Plymouth, and the body of the 41 is actually in pretty good condition. There's not a lot of work. There are quite a few mold marks on it. So you can see down in here, I don't know if you can see or not, but these have to come out because I'm going to be cutting this trunk open, because I've never done something like that before. I'm going to cut this trunk open, and then I'm going to take my chance of, or give it a try making hinges for that. But there's also some mold dimples on here. There's some up on the inside of the fenders. So I've got a lot of sanding to do on this. I also started looking at the fit, and on the chassis itself there's also a lot of mold areas that have to be sanded off, both, well, on the top side at least, and also in the interior tub. There's a couple back here, on the back seat. There's some here on the floor, and some here up at the pedals. So I didn't take a look yet as to which, if I have to remove these, the seat might hide that. And because this is a 41, I'm not going to put carpet on this floor, because in 41 they probably did not have carpet. They probably had that I don't want to call it vinyl because I don't know that they had vinyl back then, but it was a hard matte type surface that covered the floors. I can remember it from my dad's 49 Plymouth. But so I got to take a look at this yet. As far, these definitely have to come off on the seat because those will be seen. But I don't know if I have to remove the ones here on the floor. Either way, that has to happen. So I was dry fitting some things, especially because I want to take that trunk off. When I did the hood, I put the hood on here. The hood actually fits fairly well. It's going to need a little bit of work right here to close up that seam, but I also want to try putting hinges on this hood because it right now does not have anything at all. Also, I may open this cowl vent also. So we'll see. We'll see how the one goes on the 41 pickup before I decide whether I'm going to do that one or not. So that's that. And I did I took all the engine parts off the sprue again for the standard engine, and I got a lot of cleanup to do. At first inspection on this model, the cleanup didn't look that bad, but when I really started looking at it and close up and under a magnifier, yeah, it needs quite a bit of cleanup. So I've got quite a bit of cleanup to do on this. I actually also ordered a small hobby saw. I have saws, but I ordered a thin blade saw to cut this open and make it easier. I was watching a video on, I think it's called A4 Garage or maybe A1 Garage. The guy's phenomenal for a builder, and I'll put a link down in the description for his channel. But he has this little saw that he uses to cut open his trunks and his hoods and stuff. So that's where I'm at on this guy. And I could have sworn I saw something else that I wanted to address, but I don't see it now. So anyway, I am dry fitting. I need to see if I have to do anything to the inside, that once the trunk is open, so that it doesn't just show wheels. So I don't think it's going to, but I got to see what has to be done in there. So again, this was a quick update. I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about stuff like this because anybody who's watching these is probably a builder and already know to go through this. And these things are not a big deal. I mean, taking a file or some sandpaper is not a big deal. In fact, on Tuesday, which was election day here in Pennsylvania, the poll workers, or the people that were working outside the poll center, we had a candidate here called Joe Emmerich, and I could care less. I did vote, but I don't know that I voted. I don't remember if I voted for Joe. But anyway, they were handing out these files, and I normally don't take anything from those kind of people out standing outside the polling areas. But he handed me these, and he... not him himself, but his workers, and they handed me 3 of them. And it's like, I'll definitely take them because it's coarse on this side and fine on this side. I'll put those to use in the shop. I don't care if they're from a candidate or not. So I'm using those. You can see I already started using this one, and it works really, really well. So thanks, Joe. And because I don't promote any politics, none at all. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I just wanted to do a quick update, and I'll be getting back to you soon. Once I have my new tools in-house, and I made a little bit more progress. So hey, thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. I want to thank you all for watching, and if you like what you saw, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, you can give it a thumbs down, but I would prefer a thumbs up. And do me a favor, if you really liked it, smack that subscribe button. And if you want to be notified when I release new videos, give that bell a ring and set it to all. I don't release a lot of videos, so I won't be bugging you that much. Anyway, thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.